understand certain aspects of laws relating to the trade union. The law relating to the registration trade union and certain other matters is contained in the Trade Union Act 1926. The act was passed to regulate condition governing the registration of trade union, obligation imposed upon the registration, and rights and liabilities forced on 1st June under section 1 of 3. Now, registration trade union, mode of registration, how one can register trade union. So here we need to understand what exactly the procedure we have to follow while registration of trade union. As in, if you want to register a trade union, the members of let's say trade union needs to have kind of application for registration, in which at least 7 or more members of trade unions may be, by subscribing their name to the rules of trade union and by otherwise completing with the provision of act with respect to registration, apply for the registration. This is stated under section number 4 subsection 1. The principal section renumbered as a subsection 1 and subsection 2 inserted by Act 48 of 1960, wherein application has been made under subsection 1 of the registration of trade union. Such application shall not be deemed to have become invalid merely by reason of fact that any time after the date of application but before the registration of trade union, sum of the application but not exceeding half of the total number of persons who made the application have ceased to be members of trade union, or have notice in writing the registrar dissociating themselves for the application. Application in terms of registration needs to be understood and we will focus on it. Even application of registration of trade union shall be made to the registrar and shall be accompanied by copy of the rules of trade union and statement of following particulars, where in an application we need to see the names, occupations, addresses of the members making the application, the name of trade union and the address of its head office. So these are the points which are very crucial to understand. One has to take care of this. The title, names, ages, addresses, occupations under subsection of Amendment Act number 33 of 1954 of Trade Union, where the trade union has been exercised its existence for more than 1 year before making of an application for its registration. There shall be delivered to registrar together with the application a general statement of assets and liabilities of trade union prepared in such a form and containing such particular as may be prescribed. So now we will go for understanding the provisions to be contained in the rule of trade union. The trade union shall not be entitled to the registration under this act unless the executive thereof is constituted in accordance with provisions of this act, and the rules therefore provided for the following matters, namely the name of trade union, the whole object for which trade union has been established. What are the different objects which have been stated in the trade union and why it is been applied? What is exactly the purpose behind setting trade union or establishing trade union? The whole purpose of, for which general funds of trade union shall be applicable, all of which purposes shall be purpose to which such funds are lawfully applicable under this act. The maintenance of list of members of trade union and adequate facility for the inspection therefore by the subsections, and the admission of ordinary members who shall, who shall be person actually engaged or employed in an industry with which trade union is connected, and also admission of the members of honorary or temporary members as Act number 33 required in terms of section number 22 to form executive of trade union. So formation of executive is crucial as far as trade union is concerned. Then condition under which members shall be entitled to benefit assured by the rules and under which any fine forfeiture may be imposed on members. The manner in which the members shall be amended and varied or resigned. The manner in which members of executive and the other of trade union shall be appointed or removed. The safety custody of funds of trade union and annual audit in such manner as may be prescribed of account books by the members of trade unions and the manner in which trade union may be dissolved. Now we'll talk about power to call for further particular and to require alteration of name in case of any changes in terms of alteration of names. The registrar may call for further information for the purpose of satisfying himself or herself that any application complies with the provision of section number 5, that trade union is entitled to registration under section 6, may refuse to the registrar the trade union until such information is supplied. If the name under which trade union is proposed to be registered is identical with that by which any of other existing trade union has been registered, or in opinion of registrar so nearly resembles the same name, when similarity in the name in such case the name as to be likely to deceive the public or the members of either trade union, the registrar shall require a person applying for the registration to alter the name of trade union stated in the application and shall refuse to register the trade union until such alteration has been made. Now, let's say under registration, the registrar, on being satisfied that union has complied with all requirements of acts in regard to the registration, then we need to understand and find out exactly what is been happening and how it is been registered. So the next point where the notes are being given to understand registrar cannot refuse trade union in case of for registration of compliance with technical requirement laid down in the act, and thus they may go for those all understanding of registration. So registrar has a major role for formation and giving a kind of complete certification. So certificate of registration, registrar with his own understanding will give registration and have a kind of common understanding of registration. The registrar registering the trade union under section 8 shall issue a certificate of registration in prescribed form which shall be conclusive that the trade union has been duly registered under this act. So registrar can give the certification of registration under this. Cancellation of registration. What are the provisions under cancellation? A certificate of registration of trade union may be withdrawn or cancelled by registrar in case on the application of trade union to be verified in such manner as may be prescribed. If registrar is satisfied that the certificate has been obtained by fraud or mistake, or that of trade union has ceased to exist or has willfully or after notice for the registrar contravened any provision of act or allow any rule to continue in force which is inconsistent with such provision or has resigned any rule providing for any matter provision for which is required, section number 6, provided that not less than 2 months previous notice in writing specifying the ground on which it is proposed to withdraw or cancel the certificate shall be given by registrar to the trade union before certificate is withdrawn or cancelled otherwise than on the application of trade union. So we have understand all the aspects. Even you can appeal if any cancellation or withdrawal is happen. So for understanding this, we will understand what we can do. Any person aggrieved by any refusal of registrar to register a trade union or by withdrawal or cancellation of certificate of registration may be within such period as may be prescribed appeal for re-registration or appeal for giving the certification or issuing the certificate where the head office of trade union is situated within the limit of presidency town to the high court. Appellate court may dismiss the appeal and pass or directing registration to the registrar union to issue the certificate. To purpose of appeal under subsection may have an understanding to find various procedure, and if those procedures are been followed it will be helpful to reissue the certificate. In the event of dismissal of appeal by the court, appointment under clause B of subsection 1, the person aggrieved shall have right appeal to the High Court, and High Court shall for the purpose of shall such appeal all the powers of appellate court under section 2 and 3, the provision of those subsections shall be applied accordingly. So here in this particular session we have discussed about trade union, the formation of trade union, definition of trade union, then understanding of various aspects under different sections, appeal, the registration, certifications. So you will be understanding this all with respect to Trade Union Act 1926, which are very crucial as far as industrial relations are concerned. I hope you have understood this. I thanks for listening and watching this particular session. We will continue the next session in upcoming times. Till then, you should take care of yourself, take care of others, follow the rules and regulations of state and central government, and take care. Stay at home, be happy, be relaxed.